Hey y'all, this is Gwen. To be me is to be free. Listen, I just watched a vid by Miss STP90 and it's Do You Beat Your Cheering? And I watched her and you are so funny. You're so cute and you're so funny. And the answer to that question for to be me is to be free, well, let me put it like this. I want to be Super Nanny's. I want to be her assistant. You know how on Super Nanny when she goes in and she, maps out everything and she, is trying to see how everything's going and she's watching them act bad and then she gives them, this is what we need to do and all this kind of stuff and she leaves, right? I want to be the assistant that comes back with her to see how things have progressed. You understand? Number one, what we want to do is she'll, give her instructions, and then if the kid is still trying to act like they crazy in the head, then I'm the one that just gonna come in there and put, chop them in the throat real quick, make them cough, just to let them know this is option B. Option A is to obey. Option B is to get knocked to your knees. That's how I feel about it. I don't like hard headed children. Now, having said that, I was a hard headed child. Yes, I was. Rebellious. Mama didn't play. A couple of times I, picked myself up off the floor, had some flour in my mouth. She was battering some chicken and she said something for me to do something, maybe wash dishes or whatever. And I mumbled something. Next thing I knew, it looked like I had met the snowman because I had just flour all up in the face and everything. But yeah, I believe in it. I think that you know there's a line to be drawn. You know how to get in that without causing, making it abuse. Okay, so now I just believe in going ahead and laying hands on a child if they acting out. I really do. The thing about the store, I never really had any problems with my daughter acting up in grocery stores, Walmart, none of that. Didn't have problems with that, okay? Our issue was at daycare. Yes. Tried to rule daycare. You hear me? I'm leaving you there all day with these people and you want to act up? You want to act up? You want to give them a hard time? This one morning I had told her, she was about 10, and I told her, I said, listen now, I said, don't you go to school acting crazy, don't you go to daycare acting crazy today. I said, I paid too much money for you to be up there acting like a fool. And she wanted to, mumble a little bit. And I don't know if y'all seen this little clip on Animals Gone Wild. This hunter, this deer hunter was out hunting deer. Well, he shot at this buck, big old rat. He shot at the deer or spooked the deer, whatever he did, but he was too close to the deer. How about the deer beat him up on, and somebody was filming it? The deer beat the man up. That's what I did to her, see, because it was time to go to school, time to go to daycare that morning. I couldn't, inflict a lot of damage. So what I did was I leaned in on her. I leaned in on her with my body, and I had my hands like this, and I just got her on the back of her shoulder blades. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. She was traumatized, but she lived to tell about it. She didn't have any bruises or anything. That's what you need to do. Instead of whapping them, real hard. Don't wrap them real hard. Just get your hand and act like you're knocking on the door. Tap, tap a little bit. Okay, you see that? What I'm saying? Like that, but you're gonna use it's all in the wrist motion. Don't put bruises on your children because you'll go to jail. Don't do that. But you do need to lean in on them as into kind of hold their body down so they don't do all that kicking because they'll mess up and kick you in your eye. Okay? So don't do that. But lean in on them and just dart them. Just real fast. Just rat-a-tat-tat on their head. And I think once you do that, and you have to follow through, you can't be one of those parents that say, I'm gonna get you. Gonna don't work. It don't work in a household where you want to have some type of control as a parent. Gonna, nuh-uh. Before you don't even warn a kid. If you really mean be, you don't warn them. Just go on. Just get them right then where they stand. I don't care what kind of security cameras are hanging around. Do that. You need to. As a parent, you're going to have to walk tall. Miss STP, that little clip of that little kid right there. Oh, honey, he wouldn't have had on nothing but a shirt because I would have ripped his pants off coming out the store. We wouldn't have stayed in no store now with him screaming like a banshee. B. Scott screaming like a banshee right there. That wouldn't have worked. I would have whipped him. He would have been bruised for our transgressions. You hear me? I would have whooped him. I would have bit him. You need to act like a kid. When they start acting stupid and all of that, you need to bite them back. Whatever they do. I don't be playing that. I'm not playing. We don't play that. Switches, I was whooped with switches, braiding them up. Some people, friends of mine had their mama and grandmama and them soak the switches. And how you gonna pre-soak a switch? It already hurt when it dry. With all of them thorns on it, then you gonna go soak it in something like vinegar and oil and all that kind of. You don't need to do all of that. Don't go pre-soaking nothing. That's premeditated. I'm straight gonna be crazy up at the box. I ain't gonna even play with no kids. That's the moral of the story. Don't play with your children. I ain't never had no time out. Time what? Time is in for Gwen to get down on you. You act a nut, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna crack you right where you at. I'm the nutcracker. We gonna get on that because if you don't get them when they young, when they grow up, they gonna continue to act an aardvark on you, and you don't have time for aardvark children. You understand? Don't do that. So yes, I agree. I can concur. Beat them. Not hard, but you do need to go and slap them upside the head a couple of times in church. It don't matter. At the PTA, the parent teacher conference, a lot of kids will try to show out on their parents at the parent teacher conference because they feel like, oh, mama ain't gonna act up. She acts up when she at home in the kitchen. Nah, sorry. Nah, you get them right there. Let the teacher know, I got this. Now you can't do it, but I got hopefully, if I do it, you won't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? I believe that we all need to act like that man on Walking Tall, carry a big stick and swing it. Swing it. Too many bad off the hook, not off the chain, but off the hook children running around here because the parents don't feel like, well, I don't want to hit it too hard. I don't know my own strength. You're going to know their strength because they're going to go upside your head if you don't watch it. Lean in on them. Lean in on them and do this number right here on that head. I'm gonna knock on your door. That's what you need to do to them. You need to do that to them. Go ahead, rat-a-tat-tat on that head and just be through with it. Boo-ba-boo. That's it. And keep some kind of regulation going on up and through your house. And you won't have to even worry about being embarrassed when it's time to go in places like Walmart and Target. You can tell the parents that are anxious. They hyperventilate in the car before they go in, before they even get their kid out the car. You can sit in the parking lot and watch them. I don't know if Susie Q's gonna act right today. Oh shoot, man, I pull up in Walmart like it ain't nothing. My thing with daycare. I told her, look, if I get a bad report today when I pick you up, it's gonna be on. It's gonna be on. Yes. I'm gonna bite your ear off like Mike Tyson bit Vander Holyfield ear off. I'm gonna bite you. I'm not gonna even try to whoop you. I'm just gonna bite you. Cause I'm paying money, man. Don't be acting up with these teachers. She finally got it together. She did. Finally got it together. But anyway, I have to come back and tell y'all some more of my stories. Maybe I can get my daddy to tell how he had to, cut my ear one time. Yes, acting up in high school. But anyway, yes, beat him.